and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
In motion comes Walker. Jackson now on second down. In trouble, and down he goes. Bryce Huff, the former Jet, in there to bring him down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Third and long for Jackson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. Throwing Jackson. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And Mahomes, as smart as they come, hits the deck, but he's got the first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest.
And he'll take it on in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. His first touchdown of the new campaign. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Bateman is the motion man. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Chris Jones, the All-Pro, there on the tackle. Here's a third down and 4. Jackson. That is caught. He finds Walker. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. On the zone read, it's Mitchell. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. From the gun, Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he will score. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. He'll take it at the 12. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a first and 10. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. And Butker on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Bateman is the motion man. Second down. Jackson. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Jackson from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it's going to be fourth down. Ravens bring their punt team out. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. First down throw, Mahomes toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. We are through one. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Second and a yard. They go play action with Mahomes. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but he has the first down inside the 10-yard line. It's first and goal. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. To the outside. Catch made by London.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On second down, Mahomes. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of...
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will be taken down, but there is a penalty flag down. A silly penalty may erase the turnover. What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. It is brought in the end zone. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will take a 21-7 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. Going up top and looking for Andrews.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On second down, Jackson again. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Walker. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A first down throw for Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That one underthrown and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
He's going to let this one go for Worthy. He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Bateman is the motion man. On first and 10, Jackson. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens are able to cut into the deficit. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. They play it short, taken at the 15-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. To throw is Mahomes. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A first down throw for Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's Mahomes. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. Butker now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
No, we changed it. Shut up.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Throwing is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Mahomes now to throw on second down. Throw over the middle, caught by London. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
We changed it.
Out of his end zone, Jackson. He's going to look downfield once again.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Throwing again from his own end zone. And this will be incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. Now it's going to be third down.
So a really interesting strategy here, Mike. So on first and second down, they decide to put the ball in the air, and they both result in incompletion. So now it brings up third down and long, real deep inside your own territory. At the very least, you're trying to give yourself some breathing room if you're unable to pick up this first down.
going up top and looking for Andrews.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And this one will not be returned. Not the best of kicks, as it's going to wind up being touchdown.
Chiefs 35, Ravens 14.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This will be taken in at the 2. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Yellow.
Throwing now, Mahomes. He finds Mims. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Chiefs 1st down. To throw is Mahomes. That's caught right side. It's London. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Mahomes back. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Jackson out of the pistol. Now a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be third down.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. From the gun, Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Bateman is the motion man. To the air one more time with Jackson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the two straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Again, it's Jackson going up top and looking for Andrews. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on fourth and long will end up in a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. Not much there. Maybe. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is hot. What a throw. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. He's to midfield. Inside the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 94 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
And that will get them back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll go right and find his running back. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the first down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A run. It's Pacheco. And a short pickup, too. About the 42-yard line. Second down and 8.
Yellow.
Patrick to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
1st and 10 for Mahomes. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
Mahomes on 1st down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
Yellow.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. This one complete right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Yellow.
A give here to Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Throwing is Mahomes. And he's got another one. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
Makes the score Chiefs 56, Ravens 21.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Jackson looking to throw. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On third down, Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to...
And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up. 1st and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
Up the middle they go. He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, KC. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs will add one more onto their big lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Hey, Ozzy. Alpha, sit on. 180. Cut.
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. In motion comes Walker. Off the play fake, Jackson. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's going to air this one out, and for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the